Now, the 325 basis point interest rate cuts implemented by the South African Reserve Bank have seen a modest improvement in the financial position of South African households. According to the fourth quarter Altron FinTech Household Resilience Index, the ratio of household debt costs to disposable income has declined to 8.9%. Economist Dr. Roelof Botha says the index also reflects that year-end bonuses, temporary jobs over the festive season and withdrawals from pension funds were contributing factors.
The ratio of household income to debt costs improved marginally, although it's still lower than before COVID. And I think we all know why. It's because of the record high interest rates. But the standout performers, unfortunately, were withdrawals from long-term savings via the two-pot system, which was introduced in the third quarter of last year. Now, although this provides households obviously with more financial resilience, it's short-term, and it does have a detrimental impact on their long-term savings. So it's not actually recommended. But when you have no choice, because your debt cost burden has risen from 6.8%. Before the Monetary Policy Committee started raising interest rates, it was 6.8% of disposable income. So if you earned 100 Rand, you were spending 6.80 Rand on servicing your debt. Now that's close to 10 Rand. It's actually close to 9 Rand. So there's been a significant increase to the highest level also in almost 2 decades in the amount of money that the share of their incomes that households have to spend on interest on debt. But what it means is that there has not been the slightest indication of demand inflation in our economy since before COVID. So higher interest rates cannot fix a 700% increase in global freight shipping charges.
We move on to